And a local business owner says a housing management company owes him thousands of dollars. He says he wants to warn other business owners. I looked into the company's past and found out he's not the only one. It's my Fox 23 investigation.
Just pay me what you agreed to. That's all I want.
Rick Nation owns a restoration and board-up company in Tulsa. He restores damaged apartments and boards up windows and doors. He's upset because he says he hasn't been paid in full for a job his workers started in March at Savannah-Landing Apartments near 61st in Peoria.
They called us and said they had 80-something apartments to do that they can't rent out now because of the condition of them. They want to try us out for the first 10, and then after that we 10, 10, 10 and go for it. So we started on our 10. We got under contract. That was going well until we weren't getting paid, so we stopped coming out.
Rick says he isn't the only one not getting paid.
I have subcontractors that depend on me that I use. Now they're out that revenue and they count on it. So it's not just me.
The company, he says, stiffed him and his workers is Millennia-Housing Management out of Cleveland, Ohio. I checked their company website and the apartment complex is nowhere to be found. But when I checked the Tulsa County Assessor website, it shows they do own Savannah-Landing Apartments. What was the time frame from when you were contracted to start that first 10 units?
We told them 6 weeks we can get 10 units done. So that's what they signed up against. They wanted to start paying. They said April 1st we'd get first check. He said, well, can you start 2 weeks early? I said, yeah, it's much labor anyway. You know, that's fine.
Rick says Millennia paid him a small amount, but not even enough to cover the cost of labor. And when he tried to get the rest of the money,
that's when they started giving us pushback. So we stopped working, and they tried to get us back again. So we haven't been back since.
Since his crew stopped work, Rick says he's continued to reach out to his contact at Millennia, Frank Pinovic.
He's to give us a little time. He did say, if I have to, I'll pay out of my own pocket, things like that. He said this particular location has funding and is pulled out of reserves, and we're next on the list. Kept on saying we're next on the list, you know, and that never happened.
Rick says eventually Frank stopped answering his calls and texts. I searched for Frank's job title online and couldn't find anything about him.
He was real good about responding for a while, text, emails, phone, and all that. Then that just stopped.
I called Frank to ask him about it. I was calling to see if you'd either be able to provide comment or an interview about claims that you haven't paid Rick Nation. He's the owner of Board Up Tulsa, for a recent work bid. He told me no comment and hung up. The next day, I got this email from Millennia. It says they're in communication with the vendor to address the remaining scope of the project and determine the appropriate next steps. Board Up Tulsa has received partial payment related to work at Savannah Landing. Our goal is to resolve the matter professionally and in alignment with the services completed. And that Savannah Landing is currently listed for sale and is in the process of transitioning management agents. You're just stuck in limbo.
I'm stuck.
So you realize all of this is happening. You're not getting paid. Time's rolling by. When did you start looking into Millennia and start digging? You sent me some articles. What's
Yeah, I knew something was up. And you get in a contract with a large company, you don't expect this kind of treatment. But, you know, I started seeing red flags.
And that's why you reached out to us.
That's why. I was getting nowhere, you know. I
did some digging into Millennia, and according to the Tulsa County Clerk's Office, 5 other companies have filed liens on the apartment complex since 2022. Altogether, the liens total around $80,000. And it's not just happening in Tulsa. Our sister station in Memphis has been following complaints against Millennia there for years. Like Tulsa, contractors there claim they haven't been paid. Millennia confirmed to our sister station in 2024 that they had begun an exit from the affordable housing industry. This letter from the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development shows they gave former Millennia CEO Frank Sanito and Millennia-Housing Management notice of suspension and proposed debarment. And this shows it's no longer proposed. It's a done deal. The debarment means Millennia is banned from entering into any new business with HUD or Section 8 for 5 years. Rick says he doesn't know if he'll ever get paid.
I want to get paid what I'm due, but that's not all. You know, I want to make sure this doesn't happen to somebody else, because it just continue going on. It will, until they get this place sold or whatever they're doing with it.
Since our interview, Rick told me he's also filed a lien on the complex. I'll continue to follow up to see if Rick gets paid the rest of the money.